Exclusive surveillance video captures the mass shooting that claimed the life of a woman and injured 4 men in East Baltimore.
We are also learning more about the Baltimore mother who died and the family she leaves behind as Baltimore police work to track down a suspect.
Good evening, I'm Kai Jackson.
And I'm Mary Bubala.
First on Fox, Alexa Ashwell obtained the surveillance footage and spoke with the victim's daughter. She joins us live in studio with where this investigation stands. Alexa?
Kai, Mary, the daughter of the victim killed in this mass shooting, identified by Baltimore police as 54-year-old Erica Sterling, says her mother leaves behind a husband, children, and grandchildren. The family now calling for justice. The family of 54-year-old Erica Sterling sharing these photographs. Her daughter writing 6 kids, 4 grandchildren. She was a wife, had a great heart, and wanted to help anyone in need. She would give you the shirt off her back. We need answers. The gun violence has to stop. My mother didn't deserve to die like this. Newly obtained surveillance footage from inside the carryout restaurant, New York Chicken, Fish, and Grill, captured Monday night's mass shooting here on Bel Air Road in East Baltimore. Several people are standing inside the establishment. Sterling here with her back to the glass storefront. The owner detailing he believed she was simply getting money from the ATM. A bullet pierces through the glass. Everyone reacts. The refrigerated display case shatters. Fox 45 News freezing the video here as at least 35 bullets are fired into the carryout. Some of the victims dropped to the ground. Then once the smoke cleared, ran out of the restaurant.
Eastern District 11 rounds. Citywide shut the sack fighter for 3408.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. This is Justin Paul. So I just recently did a video on this mass shooting that happened in Baltimore, East Baltimore to be specific. And, you know, now there was able to obtain footage of what was happening, you know, and as you see, individuals were standing around, you know, inside the restaurant. It could have been waiting for their orders, who knows. And again, like I was just saying at the end of that video, I think this lady was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And that's sad to say because she, you know, like the one of the owners or the workers that works in this establishment was saying, you know, they think she was just in there to use the ATM, possibly to get money out to pay for her food and, you know, go on about her business. But, you know, before she could get out of there, bullets just started raining into the establishment. Over 30 bullets, you know, was shot into that establishment. We do know, you know, she unfortunately passed, and it was 4 other men that were shot in this whole thing. And again, we don't have any context to why the shooting occurred, who the target was, but you know, whoever the target was or whatever message they were trying to send, they end up killing, you know, an innocent 50, you know, some year old lady. And it's just tragic, you know, as the daughter was saying, you know, the gun violence has to stop. You know, the lady had kids, she had grandkids, so she had a lot to live for. And you know, just very, very tragic. Again, my condolences to her family. But you know, just crazy. And you know, when these type of things happen, you just don't have enough time to truly react to like bullets flying and stuff like that. Bullets are gonna go in and everywhere once they leave out of a gun. I've said that repeatedly because that's the truth. You know, bullets have no particular way to go.
Several people are standing inside the establishment. Sterling here with her back to the glass storefront. The owner detailing he believed she was simply getting money from the ATM.
Just, you know, in the ATM, at the ATM trying to get money. And back to the window, really had no clue that, you know, a bunch of bullets was going to come inside this this pizza place. And you know, unfortunately, you know, in her life at that point, you know, she had just didn't have any clue, you know. And again, even if she was aware, I still, you know, it's not, you know, if you, as you can see, it's a small little confined place. You know, a lot of us have been into establishments like this, where you walk in and you just have room enough to like sit and wait or try to get your food and get up out of there. It doesn't look like they had anywhere for, customers to sit and eat. So, it's just a regular carry out spot, so just very, very unfortunate, honestly.
A bullet pierces through the glass. Everyone reacts. The refrigerated display case shatters. Fox 45 News freezing the video here as at least 35 bullets are fired into the carryout. Some of the victims dropped to the ground. Then once the smoke cleared, ran out of the restaurant.
Eastern District, 11 rounds. Citywide shut the sack fighter for 3408 Bel Air Road, 20 rounds.
5 people were shot. 4 men, ages 20, 24, 25, and 31, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. But Sterling pronounced dead at the scene.
A young lady lost her life that should not have lost her life.
Mayor Brandon Scott addressing the mass shooting during a Q&A session. We've questioned Baltimore police about the investigation, specifically asking whether BPD believes this may have been drug-related and any suspect information. A spokesperson writing, detectives have not yet determined a motive, and we are looking for multiple persons of interest.
And we're committed.
Yeah, over 30 shots, man. It had to be multiple people. Even though, an assault style rifle can definitely let off 30 shots in a quick amount of time. Man, these people, whoever did this, they just had no regard for innocent life at all, obviously. And then the range of the other individuals who were, shot, but not seriously like not with life-threatening injuries, they was 20 to 30, so again, tough job for these for the cops to try to really figure out a motive or even try to find the people. Of course, they're going to go to all the businesses, and if they had cameras up, like traffic cameras and stuff like that, they're going to try to get as much information as possible and try to release that information to the public when they can, so that they can try to get leads, because really the public is their best help a lot of times. I can relate it back to like what's going on with that whole Brown University shooting situation. They're asking the public to help them, try to identify people of interest and, the actual suspect that they feel did the shooting. Because a lot of times, they just don't have much information, but like the bullet casings that are left from, the shots that rang off. And those were some very, very large bullets. When you take a look at the shells that they were, that were on the ground, those are some very, very large bullets. If you look over there by 46, that's a very, very long casing. Look over there by 49. That casing, it probably take at least maybe 2.5 of those to reach that full length of that number 49 cone. So, very, very high powered rifle that can shoot rapidly, and it shattered the little display case, which typically they have like desserts and stuff in those cases. Just completely shattered that glass. Probably one or two shots just shattered it. And so, it kind of puts a lot of stuff into perspective. And it's kind of hard to say, man, be vigilant and be aware of your surroundings, because again, these type of things happen in split seconds, and you really don't have time to react the way that you think you do when this type of stuff is going on. And this is just speaking from a person who's ducked bullets before, dodged, bullets and stuff like that, and by the grace of God, I wasn't struck, just gotta knock on wood, but just by the grace of God, because definitely felt the heat from a bullet, and I definitely heard bullets flying through the air as I was trying to get myself to safety. And it's a scary, scary thing, because the only thing you hear is pew, 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 pew. You don't know which way those bullets are going. You're not really trying to stop and see. You're just hoping that you're not the one that's going to get hit by those bullets. And in my situation, I was caught in the middle of two two opposing sides that was shooting at each other, you know, in the wrong place at the wrong time, you know, just out thinking that I was just chilling, posted up, trying to, you know, holler at some girls and stuff like that, and just all of a sudden, you know, bullets just start flying. So again, you know, you never know how you'll react in these type of situations. You know, of course, your senses are heightened. That's what I'm saying. I could hear the bullets just flying through the wind. A bullet actually struck the car that I was near, so you know I felt the heat from that damn bullet, and it's something I'll never forget. You know, it's one of the reasons why I just kind of minimize, you know, where I go and the type of environments that I put myself in because of, you know, that type of situation. And if you don't learn from it, you know, you end up becoming a victim to a lot of those situations. And you know, a lot of times, man, the worst stuff happens to people who are not even involved in the whole situation. You know, you just an innocent bystander, and things happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. You know, they put out the surveillance of what happened in the store, and I know they're combing through local businesses and cameras that are in the area trying to get a lot of more information. But you know, the Baltimore police, they have a tough job with this one here. And we'll see if there's any more updates that come. Again, if you like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Justin Paul. Peace.